Good day, everyone!
Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat.
Maayong adlaw sa indong tanan.
Assalamualaikum.
We are the Group 3 and we are here to discuss the first chapter in Art Appreciation.
Before we go to our main objectives, we prepared some artworks by some of the famous artists.
Such as Starry Night, Mona Lisa, and different artworks from different artists.
So the first question is, what is art?
The word art comes from the ancient word Latin meaning ars, means craft or specialized form of skills like carpentry, smithing, or surgery.
Another meaning of art is that art is the extension of one thoughts and feelings of a person. Art doesn't mean that it doesn't mean the product of the person, but it also the extension of his thoughts and feelings.
It is the representation of reality. The things that we cannot explain through words can be explained through art. And art shows us the reality about life, society, and nature.
Art is the result of man's manipulation of talents and materials because man expresses himself, his emotion, feelings, and experiences by making a kind of art.
And lastly, art is timeless. For thousands of years, people are observing, looking, and criticizing arts. And as of now, we humankind are practicing pa rin.
And one of the examples of art is timeless is the heritage that we enjoy and see.
Our structures, for example, the church, the stone building, the famous stone building in Barcelona, are example of an art that is timeless. And some of some of the songs are timeless too. It is a form of art. So we here prepared an illustrations that's showing humanities. So the first question is that we would like you to answer is that what can you I how will you interpret this illustration? And you keep it in your mind kasi mamaya pa namin yon. Mamaya malalaman rin namin yung sagot nyo. So,
Let's move on.
move on. What is humanities?
Humanities comes from the Latin word humanus, which means human, cultured, and refined.
The humanities involve research and teaching areas concerned with humans and everything they do. The humanities investigate human cultures, values, and beliefs.
Humanities emphasizes the dignity of man and recognize creative expressions.
Humanities, they are ultimately the expression of man's feelings and thoughts.
So, to shorten up, humanities is the study of one person cultures, values, and belief. Do you have anything to say?
Not at all. Next.
So the question is, what are the assumptions of the art?
Number 1. There are three assumptions of art, such as art is universal, art is not nature, and art evolves experience.
Art is universal. Art has always been timeless and universal, spanning generations and continents through and through. When we say universal, parang lahat kayang gumawa ng art. Parang hindi siya own ng isang tao. Kaya no matter what, parang kung ano man yung status mo sa life, gender, or whatsoever, or nasa ibang country ka, you can, parang you have arts.
You have the
Hindi
right.
siya pagalingan.
Art is, don't have limit. Parang art, wala siyang limitless. Limitless siya. Ay, dili siya limitless. Parang ganun.
And art is for everyone. Second, art is not nature. Art is man's expression of his reception in nature. Art is also man's way of interpreting nature. Because art is made by human, whereas the nature is a given around us.
Art involves experience. Art is known for experiencing a work or art that cannot be abstracted from actual doing.
As what Cesar Cruz said, art should disturb the comfortable and comfort the disturbed.
And also, art is because some arts depends on experiences. And if one is to know art, he must know it's not as a factor information but as experiences.
So, but it doesn't mean that art revolves in experience. Some people produce arts because they observe what they observe. Some people also produce arts because they want to tell message. Some people also produce art because they are their hobby. Parang hobby na lang yun. And some people, they made arts because
They want to pour out their
their
feelings
feelings and
or
thoughts about
emotions.
things. So it not only the experience. So all in all, art is everything.
Starting from what we do and with what we are made of.
From the smallest matter or what that's in art. Okay. So meaning, importance, and scope of humanities.
As we sum up the humanities, humanities are academic disciplines that study aspects of human society and culture.
Importance.
The importance of humanities is showing how others have lived and thought about life. Therefore, it connects us with other people.
The scope of humanities includes the study of ancient and modern languages, literature, philosophy, history, archaeology, anthropology, human geography, law, politics, religion, and arts.
So humanities bridge out our past and the present. So without studying humanities, we're not able to know our past. We're not able to recognize who's this person who sacrifices their life. And from that, if we don't know what our past, parang may kulang sa atin. Parang sino ba tayo? Parang nagbibigay rin sila ng purpose sa atin kasi we know how, we know na they sacrifices for us. Parang they know they made this Chinese para sa atin lang naman, but for our future. And parang yun nga, nagkukulang tayo if we didn't know our past. Do you have anything to say?
And
Because
also, okay,
because through studying arts, we get to know our potential and we learn more about ourselves.
and also we get to know other people through their culture.
And the evolution of what how we became human and our values.
Yes. Why study art?
Art subject encourage self-expression and creativity and can build confidence as well as a sense of individual identity. Moreover, studying arts also help the students' ability to appreciate, analyze, critique works of art and the ability to interpret the world around us.
Yes. And how will this help you in relation to your course?
I think this is very important in our course as a future educator because we need to boost the confidence of our future students to love our country, especially our culture and heritage.
So for me, this helped me to my relation to my course because uh, as a future educator, students cannot receive a complex information. So through arts, we can use different ways to entertain them and to have them in environment that they enjoyed as well as they learn.
Art has a significant help on me in my relation to my course. By studying art, it would encourage me to put creativity in everything I do, increase my self-confidence, as well as develop and improve essential skills. And all of these are matter to obtain as a future educator. It is a great way to discover who really I am and learn more about myself, which is very important things. And by exploring our own culture, I learn to value it and appreciate the beauty things.
And also to increase or add up to our craftsmanship.
And also, art make us more human and life meaningful. And it helps us to realizing the potential and showcasing our own talent and establishing methods and strategies that would be applied in our course.
Indeed, we future educators from PE Ed are dealing students that their mind is not matured enough. So with these arts, we're able to use this thing
Platform.
as a thing or as a plat, platform
medium.
as a medium for the students to be
To be
To engage
attracted.
to
in
engage
our
in our culture, to know our culture, um,
To appreciate.
to
especially
appreciate
in discussion time.
in discussion time. Kasi we all know naman that
Art
young childrens do not, we all know naman that young childrens
Are
are
Them to pay
very
attention.
childish.
and
Let's say, ano,
we
and
need a
also
lot
hard
of
to
efforts. And,
handle.
yes, that's why it's good that we future educators know how to make arts,
Be
Or-
creative.
to be creative.
And to get the students' attention.
Yes.
and reflection.
Thank you.
And
So, what have you learned about our discussion?
Basically, art is everything.
How about you, Angelica?
what I learned about art is a very important part in our life because through art we get to know our culture, and our past, and through that we get to know more ourselves and we become more human.
How about you,
So this
Marnel?
chapter helps me to understand something about humanities and its connection to arts and the connection of arts to the human
Being.
being.
So for me, what I have learned about our discussion is that arts have a strong connection from humanities. That's all. Kasi, nasabi na nila. Thank you very much, and we hope that
You learn
we
something.
learn something
something.
and enjoy about our discussion.